there has to be an ingredient in this play, and that means aggressive Archmage at some point towards burrows with Water Elemental and Footman. If you can kick the burrows, if you can force a lot of repair, then you have a very, very good shot for the mid game. Does that include an expansion? Does that mean level 3? How stable can you play? All these questions need to be answered on Soin's side, who comes into this as the challenger. We have a Fastia, we go Headhunters, and he has a very, very clear idea of what's going on. And he's trying to be a bit tricky here with Fastia, Harass, and Wolf Creep. I have not seen this. Fastia, unfortunately, going to the other side, and that's the downside of this. The creep doesn't necessarily work out as he has to resummon. He can't scout the first camp here. He expected Sock to be at the green, but Sock was already at the expo. Instant expo. And with that, I would say Sock is already a little bit ahead. But of course, the follow-up is doable with more wolves. And the wolves are not part of the harass. The wolves are in Sock's house. Dealt with it relatively easy, I would say. Soin with a couple of missteps early on, and Sock with great defense. And that leads to a level 2 Archmage, to 2/3 finished Arcane Tower. And an Arcane Tower is the insurance for Sock in this matchup. Not many gains for Soin early on. He clearly had a plan. That plan backfired, and now it's defense mode very, very soon. Autumn Leaves, a map that is not played too often in the Asian tournaments. Here in Europe, we play it more. Historically part of ESL Meisterschaft, also been part of both Rauras, if I'm not mistaken. And Soin thinks, well, the best defense is offense. Will that remain true is the question. And look at this follow-up. Haven't seen that in the past couple of days. Firelord, bring all the elements. Going with Lightning on the Fastia, going with Heat on the Firelord, and he's getting some kills done as he completely skips Headhunters. It's just Grunt so far who are helping the Firelord creep. There's a Footman here, but no push towards the base, and we see double Beastery. Raiders on the way. Raiders of the Storm. As the Firelord is heating up. This means Raiders. This means lame. This also means lame without Shockwave. I can understand that orcs were growing a bit frustrated in the past couple of days. Because humans, they seem to be able to do anything they want. Expansion, no expansion, push, no push, rifle caster, mass caster, tier 3, a mix of them all. And Soin looks like he's finding solutions for now. But the thing is, Expo is still up. Expo is still running. Expo is still secure. And so far, we only have one raider. But we got 3 lava spawns, 2 wolves, big summon army. This spell is far away and Soin is trying to find a timing. As far as I know, both players enjoyed their time in Germany and want to go back. First Arcane Tower is up. No new wolves. Mass repair. We do have Incinerate up, but not too much mana anymore. That tower might need to finish. We have another lava spawn, and that tower is getting cancelled. Heroes block their way out with good movement, and these free summons are still able to make it work. Quite a nice attack, even though this is the first attack without Raiders. Soin is doing some major damage. Arcane Tower is the anchor, but the punch is still there. Question is for how long, because Sock will be able to consolidate. But this means he has to rebuild a lot of workers. He's feeding the Fastia level 2. It's a slaughter! Who would have thought that a game would look like this? Lin was without chances when he faced Sock just 2 days ago. Jabers00, thank you for the sub. Morning. Good morning. Fire Lord level 3. What a nice strategy by Soin so far. Sock is rebuilding here. Sock is also teching here, but the tech is of course ungodly late. Unlike us, who are online ungodly early. And this harass never stops, even though he doesn't have mana anymore. He has no consumables at all. Might sacrifice a raider. Oh, he's trying to get out. No. Can't really get it done. Sock is just trying to buy time. Wonder if Soin scouted the right hand side that the tech is running. Otherwise, he get a false sense of security. Deals with the footman really well thanks to Incinerate 2. And a counter expansion is on the way. Damn, Soin showing up a lot hotter than anybody could expect. Still getting kills, good crowd control, damage output by Firelord. It's seriously mostly the Firelord. Like Farsia, you feel the hits, but like it's an average damage of 27. That's not much really. But the strength of Sock is about to unfold. Expo by Soin, 60%. Can he find a way with an Archmage and the Footman, his strength in this matchup, to turn the ship around? More fortification. Add that expansion. Can we say the same about the main? 2 towers, soon to be 3 towers. In classic human fashion. We also have 3 units very, very hurt at some point. Soin has to move back. Oh, big snipe. If he kills this altar, no Mountain King. And everybody knows how powerful this Mountain King is. In general, but especially in this matchup. A game-winning hero. And it's a Paladin. A Sock special. Very interesting choice. Not going for Hero Snipe with the Stormbolt. Not going for Clap for later fights against Raiders. But Paladin. And I'm not sure if that's the right call, to be honest. Paladin, a very good hero for direct fights. But you don't have any crowd control. Outside of Sorks then. And Sock! What the hell? He's going level 2 Blizzard as an answer to this. And that under... it's like taking mining away here. Brain fart there, let's be honest. One peasant after the next falling. Also the Rex in trouble. Soin is constantly getting resources from an early research pillage. And he's not facing water elementals no more. A bit sloppy with the peon micro now. But Expo is up. The slide is complete. And reinforcement... Well, it's not really reinforcements. He's just going for the main. 1 raider down. 2 raiders down. Soin. This is not necessarily what you want, but this might be what you get. So close. Raider down. More repair. Less ensnare. It's only the wolves and the heroes, but it's enough. And he cracks the base and is up now. Sacrifices a raider for it. Another blizzard. What an explosive match this is. Forced into a teepee. Needs to lick the wounds. Half the army on the left-hand side. But base broken. Retrained to blizzard. Whew. Sock on 1 base. The best orc versus human that I've seen in the past couple of days. Maybe on this entire patch. In the hands of Soin right now. But can he close it out, or is there a way for Sock to recover? Speaking of recovery, we got heal selves running. Ensnare again. There's so much control. Oh, he didn't save an Ensnare for this Archmage. Little bit of a blunder. Still wrecks these casters. And I guess we're in for the first upset of the Raraland Asia qualifier. despite this early game. End snare early, locks him down. Archmage, he's of course the carry now. He needs to stand tall. That's the reason for the Paladin. It is the Holy Light. And Archmage is just end snare locked. Invo Potion now. Another Holy Light soon. Fascinating how well this is working. Can he even save the heroes? Going for the shop. Important part of this army. He's also transitioning into casters. Ooh. Game on a knife's edge, but for how much longer? Trying to go the Infi style of Blizzard defense, but he was a bit too exposed. Saves his AM into the back of the base. Militia all sacrificed. Sock is throwing the kitchen sink at this defense, and so far he stays alive. Gets the base up. This is the main base. This doesn't look like anything main at all. And we're back. Sorry for the inconvenience, everybody. It is fascinating how that works sometimes. Soin was able to close it out. Soin was able to break the second base, took it home, takes the 1-0. The upset. That nobody really expected. The two humans in the winner bracket, they looked like the two strongest players, Fortitude and Sock. They went into this as the favorites. Sock had a tremendous WAL group stage. He eliminated Lin, as I said. But the result shows differently because Soin is coming prepared. And outside of the very, very early game, had phenomenal execution as well. I think the wolf creep didn't go as planned. I think the initial harass didn't go as planned. But everything else went his way. And now Sock is facing the lower bracket. The past couple results don't indicate that this was supposed to be like this. And maybe someone can just close it out. Will he be the player who eliminates the human dominance here? And will he be able to play the same strategy again, or can Sock switch things up? The early expansion was fast and he was able to dodge the Farseer harass with it. But then maybe it wasn't secure enough, as Soin's timing was good, not relying on headhunters. I like that. Headhunters look rather weak these days. But now we're on Sock's losers map. We start things with a big potion of mana, and that means a lot of water elementals. And that should be the goal, right? As I introduced you to map 1, if you're able to go for the orc's base around the tier 2 timing, you have a monstrous shot. But Soin said, that's not gonna happen, my friend. That's not the way we play this. I put so much pressure on you that you have no chance to come to me. It was usually the big strength of the human to be able to harass regardless. This is what they developed in the past year and a half, I would say. But brute force Soin, doubling down with the Fire Lord. This time, the same build, right? Farseer into grunts. And Sock is Tekken this time. Don't want to expose himself to that dual base harass. Rather play it standard, more secure, faster tier 2. And then a faster answer to all these summons. Spirit Wolf killed the Flesh Eater. Well, that's nice. Oh, that was on his side, I guess. Is there a way to prevent level 3? Wow, Soin is already done with the tech 4 minutes in. And Sock is busy here. This is the backbone of the next 4 minutes. This building has to finish. Spirit Lodge gives you Shaman, gives you Dispel. And of course the Grunts are not supposed to fall. But it's not the Grunt in danger here. It's the Footman. As Sock is lining up the attack. We have no reinforced defenses. We have no spikes. And we have... Oh, we do have no level 3. But there still should be a way to lay some damage in. Wonderful attack by Sock. This is what is terrorizing the orcs. And it's close, man. It's so close. Stomp. Hold. Archmage lays it in. Water Elemental expires. Repair ready. Last second. So it holds. OMG. What? Sock in shambles. Usually you're able to tear down this building. Regardless if it's Water Elementals 1 or 2. The TC with the quick stomp. That was the exact amount of damage mitigation that he needed. Hey Neo, usually watching on YouTube, but here I am, you're my favorite commentator. Thank you, Zata. That is very lovely. Double Sanctum now. 1 base, but MK. Ooh, Sock is struggling. Definitely on rollerblades now. And with that, the momentum shifts a bit, right? Someone has the answers to Sock's weapons. Footman and Water Elemental. And we're going to a little bit of a creeping game. Shaman out. Farseer is harassing. Oh, can't. He walks into Stormbolt range. Gets around it immediately. Wolves trying to get out. There's no TP. How are you moving into this territory without a staff or a TP when the Mountain King timing is around? First big blunder by Soin, and the impact of a Mountain King immediately noticeable. That hammer was missing. Nice steal on game 1. Even though I do understand the Paladin choice, you got plenty of options. Second kill, this time a Shaman. Level 3 TC though. Crazy level, and the guts on Soin. Lose second hero attack? That's very, very counterintuitive. He prevents the Mountain King from creeping, yeah, but he's also feeding some units. Sick save. But the Shaman are suffering instead. Mountain King has to wait some time to line up the next hammer. He is rather speedy. Gets it in. And now I'm a bit indecisive. Expo here. This is again a beautiful delay. Feels like Sock is cleaning house a bit. Felt a little counterintuitive, maybe a bit under pressure after that Farseer loss, because all this is bringing the Mountain King closer to level 3. We got the first breakers in there as well. And is that too many losses already? Is it? Looks like it. 2 Kodos, 2 Shaman. Bit of control now. There was also the big mana invested. Archmage, wow, what a sick reaction by Sock. Instantly going for the counter surround. Freeze the little dwarf. He gets the new hammer. Throws it away immediately. It's not about saving anything. It's just about killing. The orc at the end of the fight is the one with mana, which is a bit fascinating. The church bells are still ringing on a Sunday morning and Neo's already up casting Banger Warcraft 3. What a man, what a legend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Soin bought a very solid amount of time. And similar to the Spirit Lodge, this is on the verge now. Very, very little mana. No piercing damage. Usually when you want to break an expansion, you got rifles. Not this time though. Soin saves the second building, aiming for the cow. Bolt is ready. Now, the exact amount of mana. Purge to the rescue. Same as the radar. Oh, Soin alive. For now, but the Great Hall is indeed up and more losses. What a tug of war. What a tug of war. This expo might be up, but it's definitely not paid off. And recovery ain't easy. The Brilliance Aura is running on level 2. Smart choice, I think. It's all about that Mountain King. Crazy. Crazy to think that this hero was not picked in game 1. This is some fantastic Warcraft between the two. We got 3 Kodos in. They all ate. So supply is misleading. He's also able to deal with the water elementals as we had early Shaman out. Desperately trying to get the shop up. 1 worker down. Finally level 3 as well. And level 3 on the other side too. Kodo gets another snack. Oh, we're eating good. A nice Sunday roast for the Kodo beasts. Deny at the 11-minute mark. Everybody knows that experience is of the essence. Level lead for Sok, who continues to push, who continues to leapfrog forward. Very, very small armies at the moment. Barely 10 units. And now the shop is up. Potions available. Clarity available. And the hammer will fall. It always does. On more Kodos. Freeze a breaker. Stomp. Solid. But I think this was a little bit too much. Despite not going for an expansion, he takes it home.
A town is under siege.
And now floodgates are open. This could have gone either way. If Soin is a bit more careful with his Fascia and has the Fascia in the fight, it's a whole different game. Expo broken. The humans always find a way. Well, I say that, and it's 0-1 from the human perspective right now, but they often find a way. And now, oh my god, this base is next. No reinforced, no spikes, no static defense. And away we go. Soin can't rebuild anything he's losing now. Whatever he's losing is gone forever. 3 Kodos, getting sniped. Shaman are safe outside of a range so they can still the spell. And if you need some crowd control, you either use your radar or you pull them forward when it matters. Counter block immediately. Both are operating on such a high level. But the trades for quite some time are going Sock's way, and I say that and I curse him like mad. Mountain King down. Is that enough though? Is that enough? Breaking through gauntlets and a ring +5. But let's be honest, I don't think that matters much. Or does it? Every end snare should be a kill. And yeah, Sock heads up play. Moves to the tavern with the breakers. He fine. And the clarity is already waiting for him. One base, 10 food lead. As well as, well, is it a level lead? Not really. Actually a level lead for Soin, or XP lead, I guess. Banshee Neo strikes again. I know. It's not even on purpose. We still have a lot of creeps on this map.
A player's forces are under attack.
And Sock with the tier 3. Castle Tech was the knockout punch in every single game I've seen from Sock. Whether that's on ladder or in tournament games. Soin is not giving up the fight though. And I gotta say, with these spells, he's making a big impact. Killing one caster after the next, but the problem remains we're gonna have breakers. And they ignore the stomp. We don't have a wave. Archmage also level 5. This game is way closer than it has any right to be. He finds the way to the back, to the Sork, to the priest. But as long as you can spread that Brilliance Aura to that dwarf and give him hammer after hammer. Or yeah, that is, because we are not playing with clap. Then this should still be fine.
Players' forces are under attack.
Where's the hammer gonna fall? It seems a bit risky with his Archmage, but he has an Invo Potion and the Health Stone, which he consumes now. Soin is able to stay in this game due to incredible micro. Not that Sock is bad by any means, but Soin is a tough challenge in this fight. Or in these fights. Oops. Breaker down. Farseer close to 5 as well. How are you supposed to close that 10 food gap though? Not like this. Sock was never able to establish a huge breaker line to close the entire choke here. And tier 3 is done. Control magic. The wolves are changing their employer. Double level 5 at the exact moment. Going Chain Lightning 3 is 1000 damage each. Immediately gets a double kill with that. But Sock is just never running out of mana. When was the last time Sock was home? That was before he pushed the expo, right? Mountain King. Don't die on me again. Archmage carries the invul. There's a chain lightning. Potion ready. Necessary. The big strength of a human army. Sustain. Mana for free thanks to brilliance. Priests deliver healing. And orcs don't have that. The TC falls. And that's it. Even though the Mountain King was close as well. Sorry I missed that. It's been a hell of a match. Sock ties it up. 1-1 score. And the winner of the next map is going into the winner bracket final. What a hell of a series. And now the thing is, was this just Northern Isles as Sock's losers pick? And will Soin be able to bounce back on his losers pick, which will be Tide Hunters? That is the question. Before that, I throw you guys into a tiny, tiny little break. We're gonna have our answer in just 2 minutes.
Messing around, calling all you freaks and nerds. You're just missing what you want. My brother's going down the drain. My sister's living the dream. But everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. We never really settled the score. Half the town screaming out in vain, the other half is fake. But everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. Hey, what's the matter with the bright red lights? Hey, in the moment when the world went blind. But everything's alright. We don't give a damn this time. Yeah!
We're back, everybody, with a decision in game 1. As we get a little guest on the broadcast, there we go. Forty is looking at the people who might accompany him. Sock 1, Soin 1. Neutral ground goes to the Horde. Loser's pick for Sock was then also won by Sock. And I'm really impressed with Soin, man. Had a discussion yesterday with some top orcs, and we all kind of agreed that the early week of the patch was really, really bad for orc in this matchup. Due to Sock. Only Sock. And on lower levels as well. But for example, Fortitude struggled a lot more than a Sock did. And that Sock looked unbeatable. Today, he's not looking unbeatable. And that's not because he's playing worse. That's because Soin is stepping it up. That's because Soin is offering new solutions, new timings, and has a hell of a run so far. The decider, who faces the winner of Colorful and Labyrinth. Bottom right hand side, Sock for the Afrika Freaks. Upper left hand side, Soin for the Phantom Aces. Just like Lawlight, part of that team for quite some time. Since after Rara 2, I believe, he was picked up. Sock, Soin, Lawlight, of course, all good real life friends. Chemico as well, who's grinding the ladder, by the way, quite a bit, I gotta say. High up there, good old Miko. I was hoping he would join us in the qualifier, but not yet. We stick to the guns. No Mountain King openers at all. It's the good old Archmage, it's the good old Farseer, and it's the good old Lab Cream. At what cost is always the question. Soin. A little bit too late. No attack against the Golem. That's level 2 unlocked. That's the Belt of Giant Strength, which will not be too helpful. But what is always helpful is a tier 2 sub by Grills91, 64 month. My dude! Thank you for the great support. Hope you enjoyed. I guess you clearly do. Three farms. No fourth yet. So far, this looks like tech. A very stable tech though. And Soin is already making sure that Sock needs a little longer for this camp than he initially wanted. But without units, as he's skipping grunts pretty much the entire time, he can't be at 2 spots at the same time. So the Sea Giant is dead. And Soin has already arrived on tier 2. Is it the Fire Lord again?
A player's forces are under attack.
No. It's the Bull. And now the tide turns. Can you hold that lodge? Oh, surround attempt, glitching through both.
A player's forces are under attack.
And here's the attack. This is a painful one. This is the classic. This is what made Sock look so strong, but his Archmage is trapped. Oh boy, he can't stay for that long. Gets the lodge and the TP. Losses for both, but the most valuable here, time. Time for Sock is what he needs. His tech is about
A player's forces are
to finish. And usually, I'm a big believer in spike barricades. Here, wouldn't have helped. Surgical strike towards the lodge, then out. This was not the plan, obviously. The good thing is, spike barricades already working when the buildings aren't up. So that could have helped.
player's forces are under attack.
And here we go again. Relentless attacks. And now spike barricades would have been good, but he doesn't have it. Burrow falls, lodge under attack. This is Sock par excellence. This is what made Xiao KK fall.
Under siege.
This is what made Lin fall. And Aphasius around, a little careless. No TP no more. Is this the end for Soin after a beautiful game one? Trying to find his way out. TC, grunt, can't block. Or surround with 3. Ooh, scary, scary situation. Soin is facing the lower bracket. Codes were safe too. This will require a lot of healing, of course. Water Elemental is back. Still no Shaman. And we have the Mountain King back. I mean, if you put the Mountain King on the bench, as much as I know Sock loves the Paladin more than any other player. But if this series isn't made for a Mountain King, I don't know what is. And Sock feels comfortable for a tier 2 expo. With defend, easy to creep. Archmage a bit hurt. Should still be fine. So when you need answers.
A player's forces are under attack.
This could be a year where we only hand out the ticket to one Korean player with colorful waiting in the wings. Scouting for a counter expansion, but we focus ourselves on the left hand side. Mountain King gets the new and improved Ankh. And Soin feels forced into a counter expansion. Poison everywhere. Priests are busy. But we don't have the catch up yet. Raider trailing a bit behind.
A town is under
Blocked by his own units. Defend again. What changed about the Ankh? Resurrection time is 5 seconds instead of 7. So whenever you lose a hero, he comes back faster. Now it's time to stomp. Militia call right on time. Raider catches the Stormbolt. And Mountain King also got a Wand of Mana Stealing, which is an extraordinary item. That stomp didn't hit much, I gotta say. Lightning Shield a bit early. Not dispelled yet though, and now it wreaks havoc against the workers in the front line. TC3, Mountain King 3. Mountain King with full mana bar though. Oh, Kodos are falling. Soin again, going very early into a very good amount of Kodos, but they don't seem to be able to survive with the bash. It is clearly noticeable that Sock is abandoning Clap in favor of bash this entire series. This can backfire. But in this case, today, on Northern Isles and here, it clearly doesn't. It's working out. We see it. Very easily telegraphed. Mountain King focus fire. Stop. Follow up. MK dead. Soin back for now. Struggling. Struggling hard. But that was the glimmer of hope. Oh, he got the Ankh. I forgot the Ankh. That glimmer is extinguished immediately. That's an odd speed scroll with only 2 targets. And that's game. Oh, Soin, what a fall from grace. Game 1, close to perfect with Firelord Raider attacks, and then he abandons that strat. Sock is not giving him the opening anymore by moving away from the early expansions.